Former On Patrol Live guest Sergeant Clayton Dillion shares emotional retirement update. Over the years, On Patrol Live has welcomed a variety of law enforcement guests into its studio. Recently, attention has turned to one former guest in particular, SGT, Clayton Dillion, after news surfaced about his early departure from policing. Dillion later took to social media to personally explain his situation and thank his supporters. Sergeant Clayton Dillion's journey on Patrol Live. The reality docuseries On Patrol Live, which launched on Reels in 2022, follows law enforcement officers in real time as they patrol their communities. As part of its format, the show has featured numerous officers, with fans growing fond of many of them. Among those familiar faces was Sergeant Clayton Dillion from the Hazen Police Department. A recent update on social media confirmed his final shift with the department, with a heartfelt message saying, "Today marks Sergeant Clayton Dillion's final shift at Hazen PD. We've loved having him join us in the studio and appreciated the opportunity to ride along with him each weekend." The tribute continued with gratitude for his years of service. "Thank you for your commitment and dedication. We'll miss you and wish you the best in your next chapter." Dillion opens up about medical retirement. Shortly after the announcement, Dillion shared his own message online, opening up about the personal reasons behind his decision. "This is one of the hardest posts I've had to write. Today is my last day as a full-time officer. I'm officially retiring on medical grounds as a sergeant from the Hazen Police Department." He went on to explain the injuries that led to this outcome. In July 2018, while responding to a crash scene, Dillion was struck by a vehicle, resulting in 3 spinal fractures. Then in October 2022, he was involved in another accident, this time suffering a broken leg, a skull fracture, multiple brain bleeds, and a serious traumatic brain injury. A message of gratitude and new purpose. Despite the challenges, Dillion expressed deep appreciation for his time in law enforcement. "I've spent many years serving, and this department will always mean a lot to me. Thank you, and I'm sorry to everyone who stood by me." He added that both he and the department's chief shared emotional moments over his departure, but acknowledged that it was the right time. Dillion also shared that his mission to help others isn't over. "I'll continue traveling with the chief and speaking publicly about mental health. I found new, meaningful ways to support people, and that's powerful." He ended his message with heartfelt thanks. "From the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone who ever believed in me and gave me a chance." Have you followed Sergeant Dillion's story? Were you a fan of Sergeant Clayton Dillion's appearances on Patrol Live? How do you feel about his emotional farewell and medical retirement? Share your thoughts. And don't forget to check back with Gossip Fact 24 for the latest updates in reality TV and beyond.